Let's talk about today's action and what happened today. So, we're looking at a daily chart of Bitcoin, and what happened is here was our previous high, and we had a candle close. So you can see that this green candle right here closed above this previous high. That is exactly what we were looking for. That's what we wanted to see. So basically, what comes next? So Bitcoin's in what's called price discovery, and there's really no one knows targets wise. You can set some Fibonacci target lines. I think some ideas out there are about 75K, 80K, and some higher guess targets around like 100. But how would you play this? This is the best way to play this. If you didn't catch any of this and you really want to ride Bitcoin, I would play the Fibonacci retracement levels. So what I mean by this is perfectly normal for Bitcoin to come back and retrace back down here. If it were to retrace back to, let's say, this Fibonacci, you're talking, let's get an idea, at basically almost like a 9% retracement level from there, 10%. Come on down here, even 15%, which is all in the cards, and that would all be normal. Once you have a higher high put in, what this really tells you is that you have now a confirmed uptrend. We had a nice parabolic move. That's exactly what this was, is a parabolic wave, move on up. And that's where Bitcoin's sitting. We're basically sitting in Bitcoin season. So, like I said, you either buy these pullbacks down to the Fibonacci, and if I were you, I would pause the video, write down these levels, and either put buy orders in right now. So this way, if there is a pullback while you sleep, you get hit for these levels and enter in Bitcoin. Or the other way of playing it is, let's look at some altcoin setups. Because some of Bitcoin could ride 20, 30%. When Bitcoin sells off, some of these altcoins can actually pop. So here's a couple of setups that I'm looking at. My group has about 10 or 15 setups out there, but I'm going to give you a couple of setups that I'm really eyeballing and been eyeballing. So this is one that's been in group, and I'm going to tell you why this is a good setup. So this is GRT. This is a 1 hour chart. Let's just break down this chart a little bit. You have a bottom and a double bottom. Two strong bottoms. This bottom's higher than this bottom. You had a falling wedge, and we had a breakout with a retest on the falling wedge. Our group was technically buying here, about 70 cents. Now, the bigger pattern is what I want to show you. And this is something that you really got to understand. You got a huge cup and handle coming on through. You see that? You got this cup and you got a handle. This is the next thing that I'm looking at. So if this were to break out, I would expect GRT to run very huge. So here's our neckline. Our neckline is sitting here at 88, and you can see this is where our resistance is lying in at this point, with our neckline sitting here at 88. So there's a possibility if we go from the neckline all the way down to about the bottom of the cup, and then we'll kind of draw our trend line, and yeah, this is going to be a huge shot if this breaks out. This could be worth a lot on this breakout. You're talking somewhere in here, about $1.14 of a targeted breakout if this were to occur. So what we want to see is that this does not turn into a double top. What you want to see is that GRT ends up blasting through. We get above this 88 cents level, going to 89, 90 cents, hover there, and that'd be a confirmed breakout, and that would validate this cup and handle pattern. This breakout here will validate this entire cup and handle, and then validate a potential rise to $1.14. But like I said, right now, the reason why we can let this ride is that my group entered into this breakout. So already my group is up on this retest. I'm already up 25% in this trade. So right now I got room to breathe. I can let this fall. It could retest down to 82, retest down to 86, which is possible. Form a bit of an ascending triangle before it explodes. Let's dip into another one, XRP. So XRP is forming a cup and handle as well. However, our neckline is not this guy, but rather this guy right here, I think is our true neckline. XRP, again, from the bottom of the cup. And we'll draw it up. And depending on what this breakout is, you're looking at anywhere about almost $2.33 on this breakout. So what you're looking for is a confirmed breakout of about this level here, probably $1.23 or so. And that would validate this cup and handle, which is possibly happening. You got to remember, Bitcoin is bullish. These altcoin setups are ready to take off. Let's dive into Link. Link is forming an ascending triangle. It's right now hovering at the 382 Fibonacci retracement. So this is kind of what, we want to see this breakout. This breakout could be huge. And again, you go from the bottom of the pattern to the top of the pattern. And you have a potential target of, it coincides with about a $33.50 Link. So these are the three setups that I'm looking at. I'm looking for this breakout of the $27.50 level, which would confirm our ascending triangle. But however, typically it may not break out till about here, which is somewhere in November. But possibly you can get an earlier breakout on that. Again, GRT. You can also dive into the GRT MACD, and you can see if we blow this up, we got a ton of greenish momentum. Got higher highs being put in on the MACD. That's great. That is excellent to see. That's what we want to see. We go to our XRP, go to our daily MACD. And you can see that the daily MACD is crossing green again. So this is another bullish move that I'm looking for. And this is how it can validate our pattern. So again, if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments section. I'll gladly answer them, but get ready for this altcoin season.